Joe and his mother were spending the afternoon on the beach.
I'm going to paddle, said Joe, so I'll need my trousers off. Away you go then, said his mother, and I'll watch you. Aren't you coming to paddle? Asked Joe. Not just now, Joe, said his mother. I feel a bit tired. Just let me have a little rest for a bit. Why are you tired? Asked Joe. Is it because the baby coming? Yes, said his mother. But it won't be long now. Just another week or two. Then you'll be busy helping me with your little brother or sister. Won't that be fun? Yes, said Joe. But I would like someone to play with. And he walked down the beach to paddle alone. There were lots of other people on the beach, and Joe looked at them carefully to see if any of them might want to paddle. But they all seemed quite happy, sitting in their deck chairs staring at the sun. Joe decided that none of them seemed very interested in paddling. So he went on down the beach. Then he met a girl, digging. "Hello," he said. "Would you like to come for a paddle?" "No, thank you," she said. "I want to dig this hole." "Oh," said Joe. "All right." And he went to see if his mother had finished her rest. "Mummy," he said. But his mother was fast asleep, so that was no good. Joe started off again towards the pier. Suddenly he stopped. There was something very interesting under the pier. He went closer. It looked like an elephant. Could it be? Yes, it really was. "Oh," said Joe, "isn't he lovely?" "It's a she, not a he," said the girl who was with the elephant. "Her name's Blossom. She's just been to have her bath." "In a bathroom?" asked Joe. The girl laughed. "No, silly, in the sea. She has a bath every day." "You can come and help if you like," said the man who was with them. "Tomorrow morning. Give Natasha a hand." "Oh, yes, please," said Joe. "Great," said Natasha. "If we do Blossom, Dad can get on with the ponies. We're in a show, you see, on the pier." Suddenly, Joe heard music. "Listen," he said. "It's a band." It was a band. "What is it?" asked Joe. "What's it for?" "It's our procession," said Natasha, "telling everyone about the show. Listen." "Roll up, roll up, roll up," shouted a man with a loudspeaker. "Come to the big family show, starting on the pier in 20 minutes' time. Dozens of wonderful acts." "That's Uncle Bert," said Natasha. "He sells the tickets too. And those are my sisters, Tamara, Samantha, Virginia, and Cynthia. They're lovely dancers." "And that's my mum with Uncle Eric," went on Natasha. "She's a lovely dancer too. She's won prizes." "Are you going to be a dancer?" asked Joe. "Oh, no," said Natasha. "I do an elephant act with Blossom. It's called The Power of the East." "Oh, look, there's my brothers." "Your brothers?" said Joe. He was amazed. "That's right," said Natasha. "And there's Auntie May and Alfred. Oh, and there's Cousin Jack on his bicycle. He can do anything with a bicycle. And there's Uncle Ted and Uncle Ned. They're acrobats. They're ever so strong. Marvellous for moving scenery. And there's Cousin Pearl. She makes the costumes. And does the pony act, of course. You must have a huge family, said Joe. Oh, yes, said Natasha. That's why we can do the show, because there's such a lot of us. I must go and change into my costume. You will come and see the show, won't you? It'll be starting soon. Oh, yes, said Joe. The procession had come back. We're going up the slope to the pier, said Natasha, because the animals can't climb steps. See you later. I'll wave. Joe rushed back to his mother. Mummy, he shouted. I met a girl and she's got an elephant. And can we go and see? It's starting now. Oh, please, Mummy. What's starting? Asked Joe's mother. And where? The show, said Joe, on the pier. And this girl's in it. She's called Nasha or something. I met her. Oh, I see, said Joe's mother. Well, come on then. Put your dungarees on quick. She's got ever such a big family, said Joe. And they're all in the show. All her family. Joe and his mother went up the steps to the theatre on the pier. At 1.5, please, said Joe's mother. Inside, it was very dark, except for the lights on the stage. That's Nasha's cousin Jack, whispered Joe. Shh, said his mother. Natasha's sisters came next with their dancing. And then Natasha's Uncle Ted and Uncle Ned. They're very strong, whispered Joe. So I see, said his mother. Oh, look, said Joe. It's her brothers. I know it's her brothers. She told me. Shh, said Joe's mother. But it is, said Joe. Look. That's her mummy, said Joe. She's won prizes. Really? Said Joe's mother. What for? Dancing, I think, said Joe. Who were they? Asked Joe's mother. I don't know, said Joe. I've forgotten. And then, with a roll of drums, it was the Power of the East. That's her, whispered Joe. Nasha, only she looks all different. Shh, said his mother. And now, announced Natasha, Blossom will perform a very difficult trick, especially for such a young elephant. Blossom, the Power of the East commands you. And Blossom performed her trick. Nasha said she'd wave, said Joe. And she did wave, just as she and Blossom were going out. It was a special wave, just for Joe. At last the show was over. Joe and his mother came out of the theatre and leaned on the rail at the edge of the pier, gazing at the sunset. Wasn't it lovely? Said Joe. Oh, yes, said his mother. It was like the shows we used to see when I was a little girl. And they started to walk down the steps to go home along the beach, because it was getting late. "Oh, look," said Joe suddenly. "There's Nasha and her elephant. Oh, come on, Mummy, come and see." "Hello," said Natasha. "Did you like the show?" I waved. "I told you I would, didn't I?" "Oh, yes," said Joe. "I saw you." "Is this your mum?" asked Natasha. "Yes," said Joe. "She saw you too." "Oh, it was a lovely show," said Joe's mother. Natasha smiled. "Good," she said. "Oh, is it all right if Joe comes to help me bath Blossom tomorrow morning? Dad said he could." "Well, yes," said Joe's mother. "Oh, good," said Joe. "I'll come ever so early." "Oh, that's fine," said Natasha. "See you about 9:30 then." "I must go. Dad's gone on ahead with the ponies, and I mustn't keep Blossom up too late. She's only a baby." And she started off along the beach. "Where does Blossom sleep?" called Joe. "In a stable," Natasha shouted back. "With her mother. Bye." "Goodbye." Joe and his mother waved. Then they too started out for home. "Can we have a big family?" asked Joe. His mother smiled. "We'll have to see, Joe," she said. "Why? Do you want a big family?" "Oh, yes," he said. "A big family. And an elephant."